I think one of the weirdest parts about getting older is realizing how important people are. Well, Ari Lennox said, "Oh my God, I need people." Because for a long time, I genuinely believed that I could do everything by myself. And technically, I can do everything by myself. But lately, I've been realizing there's genuinely a difference between surviving alone and actually feeling supported. And what they see, to be seen, to be understood, is to be loved. Yeah, I want that type of love. Once upon a time, there was a time I was married. Sometimes it still haunts me to even think about. And there's no shade to him, no shade, no tea to him.
Actually, all tea, all shade. Yeah. Yeah.
It's just I'm not that girl anymore. I'm not the person he married. So to even think that I was that person is just insane. But anyway, I say all that to say when I got divorced, everybody that was in my immediate circle that I met with him had chosen to take his side, meaning they were no longer my friends, they were no longer our friends, they were just his friends. That was hard enough to deal with amongst all the other things that was happening in my life at the time. So I lost all of my immediate community within like 4 months of each other. I had to find somewhere to live. It was just compounding, compounding, compounding. And I realized that the community I had been depending on wasn't really my community. That was just a false sense of security because I needed to be able to subscribe to patriarchy in order to even fit in with their what they considered a circle of protection and community. And what happened was the people who've known me through all of my ups and downs, through all of my eras, through all of my different phases, were the ones who were there for me. I'm the type of person who can go anywhere by myself and have a good time as if I went there with a group of people. But don't get it twisted. Community is still the most important thing to me and it's the center of everything that I do. But I also think that community changes with you as you grow. Some relationships fit the older version of yourself, but other ones grow with you. And what they say, seasons and reasons, but sometimes those seasons come in cycles. You're closer to other people during certain seasons in your life, and you're close to other people during certain other seasons. And it all comes back around to supporting and still having a solid foundation intact. But lately, I've been paying attention to who feels grounded instead of emotionally draining. I don't think I have the time or energy for performative relationships anymore. I think appreciating my own company has taught me that community has to start with self. I have to be able to know who I am now. Who am I today? Despite everything I've been through, all my traumas, all the triggers, all the things that's my responsibility to work on and make a priority. Who am I underneath all of those things? I lost my sense of community. I lost my sense of self. I lost my sense of spiritual guidance.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
I had to figure all of that out. And once I did, I think it made me a better community member. I think it made me less controlling. I think that it made me understand and appreciate community in a way that I didn't before. Before, it felt like an obligation because I was really worried about self. And when I was just worried about self, then I would get frustrated when other people weren't there for me the way I felt I was there for them. But the truth is, like, it was just a check in a box. And now that I understand that community starts with me being a better community member, then I started to understand and appreciate the good and the bad that comes with being a community because I held a whole new value for it. The inconvenience was worth it for me because I valued the sense of true community, authentic community. The part of community that nobody wants to talk about is the inconvenience, but the inconvenience has to be worth it. You have to see value in creating memories and spending time with people who care about you. And healing has allowed me to be loved correctly, not conditionally, not performatively, but consistently. And honestly, it's hard for me because hyper independence still has me in the chokehold. Let me tell you one thing. Cancer bitch slapped the hell out of me and said, "Girl, you finna take this community whether you want it or not, okay? And you're gonna take it from who you really need it from." So let me tell you about two specific situations that really shifted my sense of reality. I met this girl 11 years ago on a deployment. We went through a lot of different life changes together. Me buying a house, me getting married, her buying a house, her selling a house, her having a baby, me getting out the army, her getting out the army, all the things, me getting a divorce. Like, we went through a lot of different phases while we were friends. And this person presents to be a very empathetic person. And how this person has chosen to not show up during this time, nobody could have convinced me. Like, nobody could have convinced me that this was how it was going to be. So I noticed that when I got diagnosed, I wasn't really hearing from her, and our conversations was like very short, few in between. I remember the last time we talked, she said she was going to call me back. That was in March. I haven't heard from her. And not only have I not heard from her, I have realized that she moved to the South. I have been to see her at least once a year. At least once a year. Her specifically. Not like, oh, I'm just coming to that area and I'm going to see you. I've flown to her specifically. And I can probably count on one hand, less than 3 fingers, how many times she's done that for me. Okay, fine. Can't go tit for tat. Everything can't be a fair exchange. Fair enough. But that combined with how she was and how she had moved towards me and behaved towards me ever since I started to deconstruct Christianity, and she's been so shifty since then, she has gone as far as to insinuate, allegedly, that the reason I have cancer is because I don't believe in God. That's weird to say. That was not on my bingo card, to say the least. So she's gone. I made a TikTok about a year or so ago talking about how me and my younger sister, hadn't talked in a couple years, and she found out I got cancer. She's been here. Like, she came up with my mom and just cleaned up. She drove all the way from Georgia to North Carolina up to Maryland in one day, stayed up the entire time with my mom, and they cleaned up. They helped do my laundry. They cooked my food. They did everything. They just did it for me. She was a huge help for her chemo week. And
hey, May. I see you got on your May outfit like you always do. I don't blame you.
May
you got it clean.
Outfit. I have on a t-shirt.
You got it clean.
That's what.
Ain't that what you're clean with?
First of all, it's greatly appreciated, especially because it wasn't even like a long, drawn out thing. It was just, we're just going to come do it. Everything that we have been through are things that we've still been through. And I'm sure maybe we'll address them or we'll just operate differently. Either way, I appreciate her showing up. And I really enjoyed the time that we had spent together. It felt like we were just more mature and older versions of who we always been with each other. So it's like, yeah, cancer said, hey, girl, let me show you something real quick. You need to get rid of her. Also, you need to move back into this relationship and let things be what they're going to be and allow it to be all they could be. So I'm just saying, I don't think you need to have cancer per se to learn that lesson. So learn it from me. Okay. When people start acting all shady and shifty, let them shift their ass on. And let the people who you know you need to start really investing into and allowing to grow and develop, let it happen. Sometimes the conversation isn't needed for the first step to start. Okay? Learn from me. That's all I got. All right. Bye.